Hello, and welcome back to IT Specialist Simulator. My name is Quad, and we're going to continue our last episode, despite it telling me that I probably shouldn't. But it was just a small update. I don't think it's going to affect anything that's on this save file. And if it does, well, dang it. Anyway, here we are, day 2. Let's get back to our PC. Let's turn it on so we can get the network services operating, right? So we just got to come in here, jump on, press P, and of course we just got to sign in, and here we go. Services have been restored. Awesome. Let's go ahead and check out our email, see if anything has come in. Nothing yet. So you know what? I'm going to go through and clean out my email real quick and just delete all of these other ones. Ah, damn it. A new one came in. Looks like a different date on the clock in machine. Oh, good. Let me finish deleting the rest of these. And there we go. I accidentally deleted that last one, but it's okay. I'm going to also delete all these stupid job offers. And then I also want to go through here and delete some of these other ones. We do have a new important one from Jack. He does say that tomorrow a service team from Mbmiipx will arrive to install a permanent internet connection. Please make sure to welcome them properly, as the technicians will arrive in the morning hours. Well, we work the afternoon shift, so we don't have to worry about all of that. But it does say the IT department we'll have to look at the work around 10 a.m. So I don't know if that's us. I mean, that's not us. We don't come in until like 14, but I don't know if the other guy will look at that or not. Anyways, I do have a bunch more in the general. I'm just going to clear this all out real quick. And it was just a bunch of people thanking me. And I could delete this one as well, the X pool thing, because if we come up to the browser, forum help, and if we do happen to go to the event viewer, looks like, oh, I thought I saw it in here. Never mind. You know where it is though? If we come out to control panel, just joking, we're gonna have to hit Control R. We're gonna type in event vwr.msc, hit enter. If we come out to our event viewer and we go to this thing, they did add a driver xpool thing down here in the bottom. So I can delete that email. I don't need to keep it just in case, but it's a misconfigured IOMMU option. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and delete this one as well as this one from Lemon. I don't think I need that. But if we come up here to our router, the 45.1, and we type in admin, and then we log in, we can see over here that the operator data is Mbmiipx. It doesn't have a service number. It's empty, and it does say the ISP port is false. So I'm going to be curious tomorrow if that shows up as true and if this kind of gets filled out a bit. Because we also don't have any networking address. We are, if we would read the emails, we are currently sitting on an LTE network, which I don't know if that's what this is. I think this is just the box that we're using. But we could see down here some other information. Well, not really too much. It's just the address. So we'll have to keep an eye on that tomorrow and see if any of that stuff changes. But check it out. If we do come down to this page a little bit as well, I am under reports. It shows like cellular, and then it shows these gigabit Ethernet ports. I don't know if that's anything valuable or not, bro. So anyways, we got some emails coming in. Let's take a look at them. 4 of them. We have a misconfigured port. We'll take care of that. Some personal changes. Nobody cares. A DHCP change on the switch. And then the last one is a firewall to be activated possibly. Or he's being blocked from trying to connect. So let's hit escape. What is on the top? It looks like it's the firewall. The firewall? No, it's the firewall one. And it looks like it's from Callum. He works in that warehouse. Let's run over there real quick. So I believe good old Callum is on this PC. So we're just going to log him in. And then we're going to go to control panel. We're going to firewall. We're going to enable disable. And we're going to uncheck the little blocked ones there. Close her out, hit escape, and it's done. So we're going to mark it as done. And then this one, we just need to change the DHCP. It's on the 15.1. So we don't even have to leave Callum's computer. We just go to the browser, click the 10.1 and just switch it to a 15. Let's go ahead and sign in. Oh, this one I must have changed the password. So we're going to type in admin and then 123, and it was. And then let's go to DHCP. It needs to be between 115 and 211. So we're going to enable it. Type in 115 and 211. Hit change. We come back. It is done. So we're going to mark it. And this has a wrong date on the RCP. So we could actually do that here at Callum's computer as well. So let's go ahead and type in the address for that, which is going to be 15.241. Hit enter. This does take us to the clock in machine. Got to hit advanced, go to site. We're going to log in. It's admin and then vanquish PAPROT123 exclamation point. You can always find that in your downloads folder if you downloaded the password PDF file, that is, of course. And then I think it's just said the local time, so we just got to check that box. That is now done, so we can mark it as done. Close this thing out, and then we can just get off of Callium's computer and go back to our own. So back at my computer, did we get any new tasks? It looks like we did. We have somebody here whose computer's clock shows a completely different time than everyone else's, so we need to fix their time. Looks like David Rose's. And then what is this other one? Just a wallpaper switch. We hit escape. The time sync is the one that's at the top. We need to set the correct time and date in the BIOS. So let's run over there real quick. He of course just works right over here in the office and the first computer on the right. So we're not going to let this thing fire. Okay, we don't have a choice. Yeah. Did you notice that the F12 or F10 didn't pop up down there? So we need to turn off fast boot first in order to actually get into BIOS. So we're going to come to control panel. We're going to go to power options. We're going to hit this third one over here, and then we're going to disable fast startup. And then let's just restart the PC. Well, you don't restart it, you just shut it down, and then you hit P to power it back up. And now that's going to show down here. We're going to hit F10, and then the system time is right here. What's the actual time? It's 15:19, so it's about an hour ahead. So what are we going to do? Well, do we change this? I thought there would be an automatic way to do this, but yeah, I don't see it anywhere. So I guess we're just going to have to do it manually. We're going to come in. I'm going to knock this to 15. And then I just need to adjust this to 23. And I guess that should be it. We're going to hit escape, go over, exit, and save changes. And let's see if that actually did it. I never had this one before. So let's sign them in. Let's hit escape. We got to wait for it to actually boot up all the way. And yeah, I totally got it, by the way. So we're going to mark it as done and just power the PC back down and go back to our PC. Okay, back over here. Let's check the emails to see if anything else came in. Looks like two more. We have an RCP change for the color. Well, actually, they want the eye protection thing turned on. And then this other email was from Ava. She said she unplugged some cables. Okay, well, let's hit escape. Who is it? It looks like Ava's is more important. So let's run back over to the office here. And then Ava's computer, of course, is this back one. So let's get on. Let's fire it up. While we're firing it up, it was a cable issue. I just realized that. So I'm going to come back into our office. I'm going to grab one of these patch cables, and then we need to plug that thing in basically, right? So we're just going to crouch, come over here, and then hit this one, and connect. Okay, let's pop back out. Let's take a look at it. And I'm signed in. It looks like she does have internet. And then we just need to perform a ping to the 45.1 router. So we're just going to come out here, hit Control R. We're going to type in CMD for command. We're going to type in ping space, and then we're going to type in that router number, which is 192.168.45.1. Hit enter, let it do its thing. And it looks like it's completed. Let's hit escape. That was all we had to do. We're going to mark it as done. The next thing is the RPC machine. So let's go ahead and close all this out, shut down the PC. And then we're going to just run over to the clock-in machine, which of course is just right out here around the corner, and boom. We're going to hit P to restart it. And then as it restarts, we're going to wait for that little gray bar to appear at the top. And then we're just going to click that gray bar, click outside of that screen, click this green one. We're going to go to availability. I think it means accessibility, but we're going to turn on that eye protection, hit escape, and we need to turn the brightness between 50 and 90. I'm going to turn it down to 70. And then we're going to restart this thing down here and hit escape, and it's done. So we're going to mark it as done. And then while that's rebooting, we're just going to run back to the PC and see if any new tasks come in. So we'll open the email back up, come to tasks. So we got two more. We have somebody who is bored with the look of their browser. Well, too bad, Callium. Just fucking figure it out yourself, bro. And then we got two more. We got a slow boot. My computer starts slowly. Could it be something in the power settings? Maybe, sir. And then we do have an application installation She needs Pmail on her computer. Oh, why don't you have that, Elizabeth? Let's hit escape. Which one comes first? Well, it doesn't really matter because they're all service requests. So let's come back out to task. I'm going to leave this open and let's just start with the top one. We need to configure a new port on the 45.1 IP address. So let's just open up the browser and then we're going to click the 45.1 over here. We're going to click ports. We're going to hit escape again, and then we need to run port 3, and it's going to be 10.1.19.1. So we're going to hit port 3, which is right here. We're going to enable it. We're going to type in 10.1.19.1, the IP address for the subnet mask. I don't know what that is yet, but we're going to type 255.255.255.0, apply. Let's come back out here. Look, I guessed it right. It's all green, so we're just going to mark it as done. Okay, now that's done. What's the next one? I'm going to see if any of these can be done from my computer. These two cannot. It looks like none of these can. So let's check and see what we have the most of. Those two are warehouse. 3 is warehouse. 4, it looks like these, the bottom 4 are all in the warehouse. So I'm going to go attack the first one at the office first. But a new email did come in. Let's take a look at it real quick. It is from Jack. He said there was a switch failure. Part of the company has lost network. Oh no, that is a critical one. It is the 10.1. So I think that's actually this. Let's go ahead and go inside of this server real quick. And if we look at the bottom left here, yeah, we can see this switch is the one on the 10.1. So we're just going to restart it and then jump out, and that should fix the whole problem. And then if we hit escape, yeah, it totally fixed it. So we're just going to mark it as done, and then let's run in to the office and take care of Pet first, and then we'll go to the warehouse. Okay, and I think Gregory's here, so Pet is on the second computer. Let's boot up his PC. We're going to sign him in, of course. And then as he's signing in, let's see, what does he want? So he wants pastel wallpaper as well as blue colors for his taskbar, increase the brightness by 30%, enable text suggestions, change his avatar to a green one, change the browser to a cream. So he's literally doing all the same things we did in the last episode. Yeah, typically they don't repeat like that, but couldn't be proven by me. Let's go to settings. Let's go to brightness. Let's increase this by 30%. We're going to step down his hertz to 60. I'm going to get him off of 4K and we're going to put him on 1080p. And everything should be fine right there. Let's go to personalizations. Let's click the pastel one and then the blue one right there. Now we just need to open up the old browser. We're going to go to settings. We're going to go to profile. We're going to give him a green background. We'll make him a cowboy today. We're going to go to languages, enable that text suggestion. We're going to come to appearance and select the cream colored one. We're going to close everything. We're going to hit escape. Ah, dude, what happened to the wallpaper, bro? I thought I changed that just now. So we need this one here. Okay, there we go. I must have missed it. Now we can close it. Hit escape. What happened to the system color, bro? Yeah, whenever you change your wallpaper, you do have to go back and change your actual taskbar colors as well. Now it's all done. We're going to mark it as done and shut down his PC. Now, before we go to the warehouse and take care of those like 5 people, we're going to come back to the email and check it real quick. So I got 2 more. It looks like somebody has noticed a different date on the clock-in machine, so we'll have to fix that. Then who else we got up here? The chick from HR said the printer's acting weird. Okay, well, the printer is at the bottom of the list, so we're going to take care of the clock-in machine first and correct the time. So we're going to open up the browser. We're going to click this one. We're going to erase this last bit. Type in 15.241. This will take us to the clock-in machine. Go to site, sign in, of course. And there we go. And then what is it one again? The time? I don't remember what it said. Hold on a second. Yeah, the correct time. So we're just going to click on the use local time, hit escape. It's done. We're going to mark it as done. Let's close this thing. Let's check our emails real quick. There was nothing new that came in, so we could just start going through all these again. Let's go to the HR room first, and then we'll head over to the warehouse to get the rest of those fools. So here's the HR room right next to ours, right? We're going to come in. I think it said about a printer, so we're going to fire this thing up, and then we just need to issue an update for this thing. And then once it's signed in, we're going to go to device and then update, and then we're just going to update it. Okay, while that's doing that, let's go to the warehouse and take care of these other jobs real quick. We got a bunch of them. The Asian style wallpaper is for Kyle. Kyle works right here. Let's fire him up. We also have Callium, Jacob, and Elizabeth. So here's Callium. Let's turn on his PC. Here is Jacob. Turn his PC on. And then Elizabeth is right here on this PC. Turn hers on. And then let's just start signing everybody in. So here's Kyle. Here's Callium. Of course, Jacob. And then Elizabeth over here. Since we're already at Elizabeth's, we might as well do hers. She wants Pmail installed, so that's easy. We just got to go to the App Store, find the Pmail, which is probably under Apps. Scroll down, there's Pmail. Let's go ahead and install it. I don't know if we need a shortcut or not, but while that's installing, let's jump onto another computer like Kyle's over here. Kyle just wants Asian style wallpaper, so we just go to settings, personalize, click the Asian one down here, and that should be it. It is it. We're going to mark it as done and shut down his PC. And then since I'm shutting that down, let's see if she's done over here. It's still downloading. Yeah. So we're going to hop on Jacob's back here. And what does Jacob want? Well, he wants his computer to freaking boot up faster. So we're going to do the same thing as we did earlier, except for we're going to go to power options and we're going to make sure this box is selected, close it, and then we just need to basically just shut it down. And then we can, never mind. I got to start it back up. I forgot. You got to accept it before you shut down the computer. So let me turn it back on and accept that. Okay, it's fired back up. And I didn't mean to say accept. I meant to just say complete it. So boom. Okay, now we can shut it down. Okay, and let's go to Callium's computer. What does he want? Well, he wants an avatar, a browser color change, enable page translations, and then also enable grammar correction. So he wants a gamer avatar with his browser color to be dark gray, but in a shade that leans toward blue. Okay, so to do that, we just got to go to his browser settings and then go to profile. We got to find the gamer one, which would be this one. And then we'll go to appearance for the browser color. He wants a gray that leans toward blue. Is he talking about this one? That is the one that he wants. Page translations will be under language. Here is the grammar one. And then I just need to enable page translations, which is going to be the one right above that. And that's all of them. So let's mark it as done and let's shut down his computer. And then who else do we got? Well, the only computer that's still on is Elizabeth. So let's come over here. It looks like that was installed. Let's take a look. And it was. Should we be nice? Yeah, I'm going to give her a shortcut just in case she doesn't know how to find it. And then let's mark it. And then let's shut her PC down. And there we go. Now I saw there was still one in here. Who is this? Oh, this is the HR person. The printer has been updated, so we're just going to mark that as done. And check it out. I'm completely done. So let's go back into HR real quick. I just need to get that screen off and put it back to the main screen. So we're just going to go back, and yeah, we'll just leave it right there. And let's go check our computer and see what new jobs come in. So we got a bunch of them, 5 of them. This person needs folders. We don't care. This person has incompatible virtualization settings, so we need to switch that in the BIOS. So Kyle's going to be at the top of the list. What else we got? No communications with others, so she's not even on the network. We have freaking Callium thanking us. Let's just delete him. And then something wrong with the printer over here. So let's hit escape. Which one's at the top? Well, these two are. So Kyle and Ava. Well, Ava just needs internet access. I think we could do that quickly. Let's run over to her computer first and check it out. A high task came in. I'm going to pull out my tablet real quick and see what that was. It looks like it was an RCP problem. Okay, I don't care too much about that. Let's go ahead and fix Ava's computer first. So she has no network. Let's just go to network settings under the control panel here. We're going to come over here and right click, go to properties. And then of course, protocol 4 properties again. Oh yeah, look, her IP address is completely wrong. And her subnet mask. So we're going to switch this to 255. And then up here, we're going to type in 192.168. This is a 10 room. She is on PC number, well, I don't know. Let's hit M and find out. She's on number 3. So if you don't know, these computers run from 120 to like 130. I should probably show you guys where to find that. So let's just type in 192.168.10.1, hit apply. This should give her network. It does. Check it out. And then let's just go ahead and mark it as done. Now, before I continue, I want to show you guys where to find that information real quick. Okay, now that I'm at my computer, I'm going to open up the File Explorer, go to Downloads, and then one of these PDFs that you downloaded from the Wiki storage website, you're going to find the one that says Network Standard and the Katowice branch, which is this one. And then you're going to scroll down, and then we're going to see exactly what we need. So the office switch address, which is that bottom number that we saw, is the 10.1. And then for the top number, it's a 10.x. And the way you find that is you come down a bit more. Here's your office computers. It's going to be 121 through 130. And then since she was sitting at desk number 3, I just automatically defaulted her to 123. So that's where I got that number from. Okay, now with that out the way, let's take a look here. We need to go to Kyle's computer. Actually, you know what? There was some more messages that came in. So let's go to email first. Go to tasks. What were they? Somebody's computer starting slowly, and this person disabled the firewall. We hit escape. The one at Kyle's computer is at the highest. So let's go over to Kyle's computer real quick. And of course, Kyle sits back here. Let's fire it up. And we got the green screen. It is less or equal. So we're just going to go straight into F10. Boom. There we go. This one I know offhand. So we're going to go to advanced. It's the third one down. And then as we can see here, VTD supported. This computer is not supported, but it is enabled. So we are going to disable that. Hit escape, go back to exit, and restart while saving changes. And now that the PC is rebooting, it looks like it's going to boot up with no blue screen. Just got to wait for it to fully sign on, hit escape, and check it out. It's all green. So we're going to mark it as done. We're going to go ahead and shut down his computer though, since we don't need to be here anymore. Hit escape. Now you can see that little red thing is at the bottom. I showed this in the last episode, but all you have to do is crouch behind a computer, come up to it like that, and then just walk away and it will disable it. But check it out. We're going to come back over to the computer. Let's go to the tasks again. Looks like one new one did come in. It's somebody's computer starting up slow. So that's everything. We come back out to escape. The highest critical task is the RCP not having data, and we just need to make sure the configuration is correct and the local time is set. So we're going to back out. We're going to go to our browser. Of course, click one of these. We're going to go to the RPC machine by typing 15.241. We're already signed in. It does say to set the local time, so we're going to do that. And then this needs to be, well, configured properly. We can tell right off the bat that the IP address is wrong. So we're going to open up our File Explorer. We're going to go to the RCP configuration page, scroll all the way down to the bottom. Oh, what happened, bro? What do you mean this file was corrupted? Oh, do I have to download it again? Oh, no, it looks fine. Oh, it's not showing the pictures. Look. Oh, that's funny. That's the first time I've seen this happen. Do we need to re-download it, perhaps? I bet you so. I bet you it's been updated in between updates. It's been updated in between updates. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Anyway, we need to sign into the VPN. So let's sign that in real quick. Hit connect, which means we need to pop out, pull out our tablet, and then go to our dang authentication app. We can see in the background that it is number 63. So we're just going to type in 63, hit yes, and there we go. We're going to close the tablet, come back over here, reload the page. Once that's connected, boom, or not. I think we just have to come back out and go to Wiki Storage. And then let's re-download that damn thing, which is this top one, RCP configurations. In fact, I'm going to go to the File Explorer. I'm going to delete the old one before that one's finished. Just kidding, I couldn't delete it in time. But I'm going to right click it. I am going to delete that crappy thing. And then let's see if this new one has it. There we go. Yeah, he must have updated this. Anyways, I'm going to slap this all the way to the right. We're going to go back to that page. So 15.241, enter, come to host. And can I see the number over there? I can. You guys could not because it's so tiny, but it's 4.235.126.95. Just click off the screen. We hit escape. That is done. So we're going to mark it as done. We're going to close it. We're going to close this out as well. So that might have been one of the things of why it was recommending starting a new game, but it's fine. We do got a new mail though. Who is it? It is the HR lady. She says, thank you. You're welcome. Let's hit escape. What do we got? We got good old Jacob here who disabled his firewall. So let's run over to Jacob's computer real quick. And of course, Jacob works on this back computer. And what does Jacob say? Enable the firewall and enable the notifications. Easy enough. So all we got to do is go to control panel, go to firewall, go to enable. We're going to enable both of these, and we're also going to turn on the notifications just like so. Close it out, hit escape. It's done. We're going to mark it as, and then shut down his computer. Now, if we hit escape, we have a bunch of service requests: warehouse, office, warehouse, warehouse. So we got 3 in the warehouse as of right now. I'm gonna go check my email on the tablet here real quick and see if we got any new ones. We do have a new one. It is a configuration for port 3, I think. Let's hit escape. Well, it's on a service request, so it's not in dire need, but check it out. It's already done. So we already did it. Apparently he's trying to give us the same job twice. But since we're at the warehouse, we might as well take care of some of these warehouse people. We got Callium, Emma, and Olivia. So we're going to fire up everybody's computers real quick. Oh, we got a new critical task that came in though. Let's see what that was. It looks like it's from Emma, and she says her problem is with the TPM. Okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead and close that. Let's hit escape. That is actually the top one, by the way. In fact, look, this one actually already tells us how to fix it. Hierarchy mismatch detected. So Emma, where does she work? She works on this computer. Let's go ahead and turn her computer on. Let's get these other ones turned on as well. Here's Callium. And then I think Olivia is the only other person, and that's right here. So we'll fire that on. Now let's come back over to Emma's computer. Oh, I think it's the other Emma. There is 2 Emmas here, by the way. I think it's the Emma from the office. Okay, well, let's take a look at this one first. Yeah, this is Emma Taylor. She just wants her computer to start up fast. Well, that's easy. Let's go into control panel, power settings, this one, and then enable that. And then we're just going to hit escape, mark it as done, and then power her down. Okay, what else do we got? We got Callium over here. Let's see what he needed. He also wants his computer to start up fast as well. So it's the exact same job. Control panel, power options, third one, enable, close, and then mark as done, and then power down. And then Olivia back there, she just wants 3 folders created in her D drive. So that should be easy. We just come over here, let's sign her in. Now, unlike the one we did in the last episode, she doesn't want it in her documents folder. She literally wants it in her D drive. So we're just gonna right click, create a new folder. We're gonna call this one my underscore photos, my underscore family. Create a third one. We're gonna call it my underscore documents. And that should be all of them. It is. We're going to mark it as done. We're going to shut down her PC. And what else do we have in here? We have somebody in the office and then another person in the office. So we got to go take care of Emma and no person. Oh, it's just a printer. Gotcha. Before we do that though, I am going to pull out my tablet and see if we got any new ones. She's having issues with her printer again. And then Jacob here, what the hell does he say? Oh, you see an adult ad, so I think it's a virus protection thing. Yeah, activate the pro license. Let's do that since we're still out here in the warehouse. This is Jacob's computer. So of course we're going to sign him in. We're going to open up the virus protection program. He is not protected, so we're going to go to menu, enter activation codes, get activation codes, buy activation codes, get the license, buy, and done. We're going to close that puppy out. Back up from the computer, hit T. Go to the main menu and then go to our virus plus, hit activation codes. I'm going to refresh, hit copy, hit T again to close the tablet, come in here and control V to paste and then activate. Now we come back and he is activated. We're going to click this one though. It does look like we need to clear some browser data. So we're going to go to the browser. We're going to go to settings. We're going to go to history. We're going to clear that puppy, hit escape, come back and run a smart scan. And after the scan is complete, it does look like there was one virus found, a rootkit. Let's go ahead and remove it. Okay, then after running a smart scan, there was a crap ton of viruses, so we're just going to remove all those. And while that's doing that, we're going to hit escape. And what else do we got? Well, a printer problem in the HR room and then Emma's in the office. So we're just going to wait until this is done. Okay, and there we go. That is done. So we're going to close it. I'm going to come out here and we're going to mark that puppy as done. There we go. Let's go ahead and power down the PC. And then let's head to the HR room real quick. And then if we come over to the HR room, we look at this task. It does say to enable the IPsec. So we just got to come in here, go to network, go to IPsec and turn that puppy on. Hit escape. we need to set the parameters. It looks like they're all needing to be set. So I think we just have to hit each one of these one time, and that's literally everything. So we're going to mark it as done, put this back to the main screen, and move on to the next task, which is Emma Johnson's computer. And then Emma does work in the office, and she is on this computer here. So let's just turn that on. And what does she need? Well, she's getting a hierarchy mismatch detected with the thing. As we can see down here, hardware corrupted page. The right way to do this would have been to go into the safe mode and double checked it, but the task itself kind of gave it away. So we're going to come down. I think it's like under trusted computing, and then we can see them here. Yeah, see there's one hierarchy that's disabled. We just need to enable that, hit escape, and reboot the computer while saving the changes. And it looks like it's doing just fine. We're going to let her sign in all the way, let the computer completely boot up. And we're going to hit escape, and yeah, it's all done. We're going to mark it as done. I seen a critical task came in, so we're going to go ahead and shut this thing down. I need to get that thing off of my screen down here, so we're going to crouch under here, just come in, hit escape, or not escape, but E, and do that. Anyways, that's done. Let's go back to the computer. Let me check out my tasks real quick. I think a bunch came in. It looks like 4. This person has no permission for folder creation. We can fix that. Changing address to static. This is on the DHCP thing. I don't know what that is. That sounds like a new one that I haven't got before. We have another clear the TPM thing on, who's that, Gregory's computer? And then somebody else needs a firewall enabled. Let's hit escape. What is at the top? Well, we have the firewall for Ava's computer and then Kyle's computer with the DHCP thing. So let's go do Ava first, since she's just right next door. Of course, her computer's right here. Let's go ahead and power it up. While that's firing up, what do we need to do to her computer? We just need to disable the blocking on her firewall. That's easy enough. So we're signed in. We're going to go to control panels. We're going to firewall. We're going to enable, disable, and then we're just going to turn off the blocks. And that should have been everything. It is everything. We're going to mark it as done. Close those puppies out and then power down the computer. And now let's go see Kyle at the warehouse. Of course, Kyle is this back computer. And while that's turning on, what do we need to do to his? Well, I never done this one before, so this is a brand new one for me. He says, hello, I received information from headquarters that one of the employees messed with the network settings. They set the address to DHCP. You need to take care of this and set it correctly. You can find the network standards on the company wiki. Yeah, I don't know what to do here, so I'm going to try to do this without looking at the light bulb. Why is his computer so dark? Does he want me to increase some stuff as well? No, I don't have any other tasks for him, but I'm going to go to settings real quick. I'm going to go to display. I am going to increase his brightness just a little bit for myself. I'm going to get him off of 4K, by the way. We're going to put him on 1080p, 60 hertz. Dude doesn't need that much going on. Okay, close that out. Let's go to the internet. We can see we actually don't have an internet connection. So control panel, network, and sharing. We're going to click this. We're going to right click, go down to properties. Sometimes the right click doesn't work, by the way, the property thing. So you just double click it. It will also open it. Anyways, we're going to go to the protocol for properties. Oh, dude, he doesn't even have any information put here. Let's press M and see where he's sitting. He's at desk 106. I don't know the numbering scheme for over here. So let's go back to our computer real quick. I need to see what the numbers are. So we're going to come to the downloads folder again. We're going to go to the network standards. And if we scroll down to warehouse, they are 101 to 110. So that's easy enough. But the warehouse IP address is 192.168.15.1. So what did I say? 101 to 110. He is computer number what? 6. So we're just going to turn him into 106. So this top one, we're going to type 192.168.15. Click over here and we're going to do 106. In fact, I could have actually seen the PC number up here in the top right hand corner. I did not know that. We're going to keep that at all 5 5s. We're going to retype in the IP for 192.168.15.1. Apply. And this should give him internet access. No, we still got to do something with the DHCP. Or not, maybe. Or not. Look, I guess I've already did it. I don't know what the hell DHCP means. I am a noob to any of that lingo. Anyways, let's perform a ping. Now it does say to perform a ping to the router. I don't know exactly what that means. Let's hit Control R, CMD. We're gonna hit ping space 192.168.15.1. I'm thinking that's what it's talking about. Sometimes they want you to ping the actual computer that you're on as well. And that was not the right one, by the way. Let me try it to the actual computer, which will be ping space 192.168.15.106. Let's see if that's what we need to do. And hit escape. It was not it. It has to be the 4.5 then. So this time we're going to try 4.5.1. Let's see if that was it. And it was it. Okay, so yeah, I'm still confused, like the difference between routers and switches. Anyway, it's done. Let's mark it as done. And then we need to go find Gregory's computer. So let's just shut this one down. There we go. And then let's run over to Gregory's computer. He's in the office. And he's going to be the first one here on the left. Power it up. What does he need done? Well, his computer is having a blue screen error. Yep, there she is, bro. So this one, it's got the hardware corrupted page. This one usually goes in sync with that other error, which is usually the hierarchy stuff. So we're going to hit F10, go to our BIOS. We're going to go to advanced. We're going to go to trust computing. And if we come down, all the hierarchies are already enabled. So it's not that. It's going to be this one. We're just going to clear the TPM and then escape out and reboot while saving changes. And it looks like we're signing in. We're going to sign in all the way. We're going to hit escape, and it looks like that was everything. So we're just going to complete it. We do have one over here on low, but we're going to power down the PC, and then we're going to go back to our PC and check our tasks. And it looks like I do have two more in my tasks here. Looks like Jacob needs his firewall enabled. Yep, he disabled it. And then it looks like Lillian over here has a slow computer. Whose is first? Well, it looks like the firewall with Jacob. So let's go see Jacob's computer. And then Jacob is over here on the left. Okay, I have them all signed in. So we're going to go to control panels. We're going to go to firewall, enable, disable. And yeah, it looks like he has both of them turned off. So we're going to turn them on. We're also going to turn on the notify me when a app gets blocked. Close them out, hit escape, and it's done. So we're going to mark it as done and then shut down his computer. Okay, let's hit escape. What else do we got over here? This is for the warehouse and then 2 service requests. I'm going to pull out my tablet, see if anything else came in. And if I come into my tasks, I don't have anything else new. So let's just go create these folders. What does he say, by the way? He says he thinks his computer's broken. So it sounds like he doesn't have permission, but we need to create a general folder, projects folder, and a monkey folder. And he should be allowed to modify them afterwards. He doesn't actually tell me where he wants these. So I don't know if it actually matters. But here's his computer, so let's fire it up. He says, I can't enter the image folder. Is he talking about like a photos folder or something? There's not an image folder here. Only other place I can think of is looking in his C drives and stuff, but, or even in his user folders. Documents, context. Here's an image folder. Look, I found it. He didn't say if it was under the C drive or the D drive, but I'm going to click this. I'm going to actually create a shortcut. Just joking. I thought I could, but I can't. But we do want to go to properties. We do want to go to security. We do want to edit this because he has, it's all denied, right? So we're going to hit edit. We're going to type in admin XL. And then we're going to type in the password QWERTY123 exclamation point. Boom. We're going to uncheck all these deny boxes, hit apply, close these, hit escape. Now I just need to go into the image folder and we're going to create these new folders, I guess, which were named what? General projects and monkey. Does he have capital letters on these? I don't know if it actually matters. I don't know if any of this stuff is case sensitive or not. So general lowercase. This one's going to be called projects. And then one more folder, which is going to be called monkeys. We hit escape. That is everything. Look, it's all green. We're going to mark it as done, close that puppy out, and shut down his computer. Okay, what else do we got? We got 2 left. A slow boot for Lillian's computer and a printer in the damn, well, office. So let's take care of Lillian first, which is this back computer here. And then what do we need to do to hers? Oh, she wants her computer to freaking boot up fast. That's about it. So let's just turn it on and do that. So we're just going to go to control panels, power options, the third one, and enable fast boot up. Close those, hit escape. She's done. Mark it and shut her computer down. And then the next one on the list is just the printer here. in the dang office. So we're going to fire this thing up and check it out. It's 2200, so it is the end of the day, but we're going to go ahead and get this updated before we get out of here. And while this is updating, we're going to double check the tablet and make sure no new tasks come in and no new tasks come in. Actually, you know what I am going to do? I'm going to go ahead and delete all these messages. And there we go. That's actually all the emails under my tasks. I do have 4 new general ones though. Let's take a look at them real quick. This was one of the activation codes. We don't need that. This was my IT guy thanking me, so we don't need that. And then this last one, it says, thanks for handling the matter. Okay, and then we're going to delete that. Now, what is this one? Another thank you. Delete that one as well. Okay, that's all of my emails except for 3 spams. We're just going to delete those spam messages as well. I'm not even going to look at them. Okay, let's close the tablet. The printer is done, so we're going to put that back out to the main page. And it's time to go home, bro. So let's do that. It's 22:14. Our shift ends at 21:40. So let's see how we did for the day. I think I killed it, though. Oh, dude, I got 3 achievements, actually. That's crazy. Oh, 25. Okay, I don't know what the hell. Oh, what? Okay, I think something's broke, bro. I don't think I've completed 50 days of work. Anyways, check it out. I completed 32 tasks, which is pretty awesome. I'm going to keep on continuing this because I want to get into some of the harder ones that I don't know how to do. Today was not one of those days, but let's hit enter. Let's hit continue. It's a new day. It's a new dollar. The ISP, Internet Service Provider, does come today. We get off of our LTE network and get onto an actual hardwired Ethernet broadband connection, I think. Anyway, that will be it for this one, you guys. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Again, my name is Quad, and we'll continue this journey in the next one. So later on, everybody. Later on.